Yo, what's up everyone? It's Alexander. We're switching gears on the channel today and diving deep into something a little different. We're talking relationships, specifically those moments when you feel like things are off. You know that feeling, right? Like maybe your partner isn't as invested as they used to be. Their energy's different and you're picking up on those subtle cues. Well, today we're breaking down the 7 biggest signs that your partner might be losing interest. And don't worry, we're not just gonna leave you hanging with a diagnosis. We're going to unpack each sign, figure out what's really going on, and then I'm going to give you actionable steps to help get things back on track. This isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone. This is about open and honest communication, understanding the core issues, and figuring out if you can reignite that spark or if it's time to move on. So if you're ready to decode those mixed signals and take charge of your love life, buckle up. Let's do this. Alright, first up, let's talk communication. Remember those early days when you couldn't stop texting and calling each other? Yeah, those were the days. But now, the conversations feel forced, dry, or just plain non-existent. Maybe they used to text you back right away, and now it takes hours, even days to get a response. Or those deep late-night talks have dwindled into a quick, "How was your day?" before they bury their face in their phone. This shift in communication is a major red flag. It could signal that they're emotionally checked out, preoccupied with something else, or simply not prioritizing the relationship like they used to. We're talking quality and quantity here. But don't jump to conclusions just yet. Before you hit the panic button, we need to dig deeper and figure out what's fueling this communication breakdown. So, communication is sparse, but on top of that, you're noticing they're just not around as much. They're constantly busy, always have somewhere else to be, and those once frequent date nights, ancient history. This sudden lack of availability is a huge warning sign. It's like they're slowly distancing themselves, creating physical space between you. Maybe they're genuinely swamped with work or other commitments. Or maybe they're using those as convenient excuses to avoid spending quality time together. Think about it, are they genuinely excited to see you when they do make time? Or does it feel more like an obligation, something they're just trying to get through? It's time to pay attention to their actions, not just their words. Are their excuses legit, or are they ghosting you in the real world? Physical touch is a love language, people. And when your partner suddenly goes from hand-holding, cuddling on the couch and spontaneous kisses to, well, nothing. That's a serious issue. Remember how touch used to be second nature, effortless? Now it feels awkward, forced, or even worse, completely absent. Maybe they flinch when you try to hold their hand or stiffen up when you go in for a hug. This lack of affection speaks volumes. It could indicate deeper issues like emotional disconnect, resentment, or even attraction fading. It's crucial to address this head-on. Don't brush it off as them just not being a touchy person. People's needs change, yes, but a sudden shift like this usually points to something deeper going on beneath the surface. Remember how you used to be fascinated by each other's passions, dreams, and even the mundane details of your day? Yeah, that's called being in a relationship. But lately, it feels like they couldn't care less about what you have to say. They don't ask questions about your life, your work, or your thoughts. They barely seem to register your presence, let alone engage in meaningful conversations. It's like they've lost all curiosity about you. They're scrolling through their phone while you're talking, zoning out during conversations, and offering those generic one-word responses that scream, "I'm not really listening." This lack of interest is a major blow to your self-esteem and a clear indicator that something is seriously off. It's time to face the music. They're just not that into you anymore. Or at least that's what their actions are saying. Remember all those exciting plans you made together? Trips, goals, maybe even moving in together or starting a family? Well, if those conversations have come to a screeching halt, it's time to pay attention. When your partner avoids talking about the future, it means they don't see you in it, plain and simple. Maybe they dodge questions about future vacations, hesitate when you mention moving in together, or go silent when you bring up long-term goals. This unwillingness to envision a future with you speaks volumes. It's like they're mentally checking out of the relationship, living in the present without any thought for what lies ahead. This doesn't mean you should force the issue or try to lock them down. Instead, use this as an opportunity for an honest conversation about where they see the relationship going or not going. So there you have it. 5 undeniable signs that your partner might be losing interest. But remember, recognizing these signs is just the first step. Now it's time to take action. Don't ignore the red flags, address them head-on. Have that open and honest conversation with your partner. Figure out what's really going on beneath the surface. Is it something you can work through together, or are you clinging to a relationship that's run its course? The answers might be tough to hear, but trust me, facing them head-on is the key to finding lasting love and happiness. Until next time.